On 4th of July 2019, Kendrick Norton was driving and tried to exit onto another highway. His truck slammed into a concrete barrier. As it flipped through the air, the force of the tumble crushed Norton's left arm and tore it off midway between his elbow and his shoulder.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Delvina, board certified psychiatrist in South Florida. Are you ready to take the couch? Before I continue, shout out to Mess in the Bottle. Hey, Mess in the Bottle is out of Baltimore, Maryland. You guys know Maryland is my hometown, and I was in Baltimore for about 12 years. So anyway, I digress. Tonight I have a very special Therapy Thursday. I'm joined on the couch by Kendrick Norton. He was drafted by the Carolina Panthers in 2018 and was later picked up by the Miami Dolphins to play defensive lineman. Tonight he joins me on the couch as we go back in time. I'm talking about PTSD tonight, post-traumatic stress disorder, but that's not necessarily what Kendrick Norton is talking about. What Mr. Norton is discussing is resilience, perseverance, remaining motivated against all odds, and knowing that there is a special place and a special role for everyone here on earth, even when your life changes and takes another trajectory. So please join us as we discuss his traumatic event. Some of you may have heard about this. This was on July 4th, 2 years ago, July 4th, 2019. This could happen to any of us. A vehicle accident is late at night. It could kill you, but at the same time, something could happen that changes your life trajectory, that makes you a stronger person, stronger than you once were, stronger than what you saw amongst your family, what your family members created for you, the environment that was created by your family. But you see yourself rise above that and just become this motivating person that is able to enhance the lives of so many other people and inspire so many other people. And that's why this interview is important for everyone to see, because as you'll hear Mr. Norton say, you don't have to stay stuck in your situation. You have a choice. You can make a choice in so many situations to be happy. And if you need to make that choice, you may have to bring some other people into your community, onto your team, no pun intended, to help you get over or to become unstuck. So join us on the couch, guys.
Kendrick Norton grew up in Jacksonville and has lived nearly his entire life in Florida. He didn't start playing football until he was in middle school. In high school, he was an Under Armour All-American at Trinity Christian Academy. He played both guard and defensive tackle and earned All-American recognition as a senior, picking the Miami Hurricanes on National Signing Day in 2015. He was an all-conference defensive tackle for the Canes. He played 3 seasons and earned third-team All-Atlantic Coast Conference honors as a sophomore and helped the Canes reach the Orange Bowl as a junior. He then headed to the NFL.
Kendrick. Can I call you Kendrick, or do I have to say Mr. Norton?
Oh, no, you call me Kendrick.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. It's been I want to say it's been like 2 years since I've been trying to get you on my couch, because I reached out to you, had to be like in 2019, I believe, 2020, more like 2020, before COVID, well before COVID happened. And I wanted to talk to you and interview you about your accident. Here's the thing. People learn more about the brain, our behaviors, our emotions, and how we behave or how we respond in a certain or particular situation based on the information that people share. And this is why I like asking people to join me on the couch. I ask you to take the couch so we can talk, because people learn from other people's experiences. And the fact that you're willing to talk to us and just be open about your experiences, what I appreciate the most.
Oh, no problem. I know it helps a lot of people hearing it from my mouth, hearing how I adapted and, overcame, and, that motivates a lot of people. So I don't mind, sharing my story.
Okay. Is it okay if I ask you the hard questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
All
I'm
right.
comfortable.
So, take me back to that night. What month and year was that?
It was July 4th, early in the morning, 2019.
Yeah. And so, I still remember what I was doing when I got the pop-up on my phone that accident had occurred. I was at Rocco Tacos. It was on the 4th of July. And I was with my friend and his son, and I said, oh my God, the most tragic thing has happened. You guys know who Kendrick Norton is? And they were like, yeah. and I read to them what popped up on the phone, that you had been in a car accident and that you lost your arm.
Mm-hmm.
That to get you out of your vehicle, they had to amputate your arm.
Well, that part wasn't true. It was already amputated when they got there. It was amputated from the rolling of the vehicle, so when they got there, it was already...
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, see, this is helpful,
Mm-hmm.
but that still doesn't make it any less traumatic
Mm-hmm.
for that to have occurred. Do you remember that night?
Yes, I do.
Like, you vividly remember, or you just sort of kind of...
No, I pretty vividly remember what was going on. I was up and coherent and talking and stuff pretty much the whole time until
Wow.
I got to the hospital. So I was pretty up.
So, when your truck came off the road, you remember that?
Yes. We were driving. I was merging lanes and I was running out of space at my and I was trying to get over, and someone wasn't. I guess they were speeding really fast and they weren't trying to let me get over, and I was running out of space to where I was going to have like a head-on collision with the concrete slab. So I had to start. I started merging over. Hoping they would slow down, but they obviously didn't. And then they went under my truck, and then it caused me to lose control, and I started flipping.
They went under your truck?
Yeah, because I had a F-250, and it was on like almost 40-inch wheels, and it was lifted like 6-7 inches in the air. So I was like already high in the air, so it was easy for me. Yeah.
Do you know what happened to that other vehicle? The driver?
They were totaled. They didn't get injured or anything. They were fine.
So, looking back on that, you remember your truck tossing and turning and flipping in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We went through all that, the flipping and stuff, and then how I noticed that my arm was off is we were trying to get out of the vehicle, and I went to do like a push-up to lift myself up from off the ground or whatever, and I fell over to my left side, and I looked down and realized it was gone or whatever. So I proceeded to kick the window out and got me and my passenger out of the car, and we got out and I was walking around or whatever, and then they got me to sit down and could basically calm me down and wait for the ambulance. So I was just sitting down calm, I was trying to keep my passenger and everyone else calm, during the situation, because they were
You mean everyone that was on the scene you were trying to keep calm?
Yeah, because they were doing all that yelling. That doesn't help the situation where everybody, So I was like, everybody take it easy. We're going to wait on the ambulance. It's not going to help them get here no faster. Everybody stay cool. I'm okay. Just trying to keep everybody cool.
So were they screaming and upset because they realized that your arm had been amputated?
Yeah, it was just panic because it's a lot of blood. It's a lot of, it's just a lot going on. It's an accident, it's just a lot going on. So everybody's off, they're frantic, they're worked up and stuff. But, I know that's not going to help, the situation. So I'm just, trying to keep everybody cool, calm, just try to, wait on the ambulance, basically.
I am so impressed by you. I'm very impressed.
Thank
The
you.
fact that you could talk about it and be calm about it, but yet also during the actual accident to exude calmness, tranquility, and peace. Are you usually a peaceful, calm person?
I'm usually pretty calm until I'm not, so I try to keep, calm, because it never helps, when you're riled up or anything. So if it's something I can't control, I try to, keep calm or something about it. But if I messed up, that's probably when I'll get worked up, because I know it's my fault, someone at fault for it.
I'd like to ask you what you were thinking when you were waiting for the ambulance. You realized that a piece of your left arm was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Were you thinking, what if I can't play ball anymore? Were you thinking, I'm happy to be alive?
More I was just thinking, I was like, what's taking them so long? Like, I'm waiting on them, so I'm counting off, time in my head. So I'm just like, all right, it's been about, 5-6 minutes. Like, where are they at? And I was just, that's really what I was thinking about. I was just trying to hurry up and get in the ambulance, because I knew I was bleeding a lot. I wasn't really worried about football or anything like that. I said a quick prayer, forgive me for my sins or anything like that, if I had perished or whatever. But other than that, I was pretty much worried about getting in the ambulance. I was trying to just stay calm until they got there.
So you, in the moment, were prepping yourself to perish, you just said.
Just in case, 'cause I know I was bleeding. I could feel, all the blood. They were taking a long time. So, I just said, forgive me for my sins, or whatever. And then I was just basically chilling until the ambulance got there. And then once they got there, they were, with the prepping me and getting me in the van and everything. So.
Yeah. So I read somewhere that they placed tourniquets on your arm to prevent you from bleeding to death.
Yeah, the people at the site, they helped me a lot. Just a lot of the people that were in traffic, I know someone used their belts and stuff to help block off the blood from my arm because I was losing a lot. So yeah, they helped me, and I was losing a lot of blood from my head, but I don't think we could do anything like that. But yes, they put a lot of tourniquets on my arm. They had it wrapped up with someone's shirt or something like that. I think someone even took out their shoes to give it to my passenger because there was missing one. So, it was the people at the site helped a lot. They did. They're one of the main reasons I'm here because the tourniquets and everything were a reason I'm alive.
So once you said you were awake, you were conscious, and once you arrived at the hospital, did you lose consciousness at that point? Had you lost so much blood?
Yes, I lost consciousness right at the hospital, and the next time I woke up was in surgery, and then the next time I woke up after that, it was with everyone in the room, and I think they put me in a coma for like 2 or 3 days, and then and they woke me up or whatever. So.
Gotcha. So tell us about being in that comatose state. Do you recall anything? Sometimes people say that
they can hear people talking and stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I just woke up and everyone was around me.
And more than that, some people say that they were visited by God or Jesus, or that they saw an image that that they perceived to be God, and that they had a divine conversation.
Right.
Did any of that happen?
No, it felt like I just woke up in surgery. And then the next time I woke up, it was just like in a room. That's all I remember. From that situation, I don't remember anything of that nature.
Do you recall what was your first thoughts? What came to mind first when you woke up?
At first, I was just happy to see all my family and stuff in the room. And then I came to realize what was going on. And then it was like a small period of anger. Because of the situation. I would say like a couple minutes or so, basically. And then my grandmother said, you should, it's a blessing that you're alive. And then that kind of brought me back to reality on, the bigger picture that, I could have, died in the accident, or, I couldn't have, not woke up from the coma, or I could have been paralyzed, lost my legs, like it could have been worse. So at that point, my attitude kind of changed, and I started to basically, look at it different, which looked at it as the whole thing as a blessing. I'm still alive. I'm still able to do, I didn't lose my dominant hand. I just started taking all the positives out of it and just basically keeping everything rolling.
Gotcha.
At DRT Behavioral Services, we provide culturally sensitive mental health evaluations with thorough treatment plans, incorporating alternative forms of wellness, not just Western traditional medicine. Besides medication management and psychotherapy, we provide education to people in the areas of minority mental health, with classes on your diet's impact on mood and sleep hygiene for better rest. We also offer weight loss therapy, massages, and facials. Visit brainlovehelp.com today.
The vehicle landed upside down. Norton realized his arm was gone when he tried to do a push-up to lift himself out of the truck. Where his left arm had been was instead a mess of tendons and bone. Saving the arm and a chance at continuing his NFL career was secondary to just saving his life. He fought to stay awake through the ambulance ride to Jackson Hospital.
That was 2 years ago. Wow, this is like 2 years, the anniversary.
Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for doing this again.
No problem.
Do you ever dream about or have nightmares about what happened?
No. I've never had a dream, I don't think, about the accident. Because really, I think once I took it as that, it kind of just left all the bad of the accident. I never really it doesn't affect me. Like, people think I'm, sad, or I feel a certain type of way. Like, once that was said, that's all basically I needed to hear, because it's the truth. Being upset, being sad, being depressed or anything. None of that is going to help anything that I have going on. It's only going to, make it worse or, put me further behind. So it's like, it's a waste of energy to be anything else but, happy, recognize my blessings, So if it's no really, there's nothing really else better that I see or anything else that I should be doing than, doing it the way I am, so.
Who taught you that true resilience?
I believe it was more my stepfather growing up, because he used to always tell me his famous quote was, "Stop bitching, no one cares. Can you do it or can you not?" He said that's the only thing the world cares about is if you can do the job or if you can't. So you always want to be a person that can do the job. That's something he always told me, and basically, yeah, it was just stop bitching. It's not going to help anything. Like, you got to do it anyway. Most of the stuff that you're complaining about, you're going to do it, or you have to do it anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and do it, get it over with, and then you do it right the first time. You won't have to do it again. So it's just a lot of small things that I took heed to as a child. That I applied them as a child. Even growing up. So I always knew that it worked. So it was easier for me to fall back on those things.
Yep. Yeah. So you learned mental agility and being positive very early in your life.
Right.
Who taught you to make lemonade from limes or from lemons? Who taught you that?
Basically that whole situation.
Your
it's like
also.
no one cares about the bad situations. Fix it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the problem. Not going to be over with. The pain. Nothing's going to be over with until it's fixed. Mm-hmm. So when you fix it, then you can sit back and think about how sad or how rough it was, and then keep moving. So
and take lessons from it. Right.
So
it sounds like you grew up in an environment where people, where mental wellness was important. You guys may not have called it mental health and wellness or mental wellness, but it sounds like you saw your stepfather being resilient, dealing with problems, showing emotional prowess. You saw the same probably with your other family members, like your mother, your grandmother. Mm-hmm. So is it safe to say that that's the type of environment you were raised in?
Yeah, I would say, because we never they don't really like to hear complaining, because they always, they're very big on what you have is better than what someone else has, so, or it's better than what they had, or someone. So it's always, they always taught you to be grateful for what your situation is. So basically, yes.
Yeah, gratitude is essential. That's awesome. So, no nightmares, no dreams about the accident. Do you ever have flashbacks when you drive by that area?
Yes. Now, I don't know the area. I still to this day don't know where the accident was. But I do, at the beginning, I used to have flashbacks. I used to have flashbacks when I drive. I used to get nervous or, stuff when I drive. Or like, when cars come too close or, different little things like that. It took a while to get over that. But even through then I was driving and stuff, but it took a while to get over that or stop. Yes, when I drove, I used to see me, flipping or something like that in the car that I was in. Not even from the accident, but just, just foreseeing bad things that could happen on the road while I was driving. So I went through that for a couple months or so. But yeah, I haven't had that lately. To say the least.
Did you engage psychotherapy or do anything from a mental health standpoint to help prevent you from progressing, developing worsened symptoms, or was it enough to just talk to family and friends? And
not really, because it to me, I always grew up from common sense too. So it's like, I know why this is happening. So it's like, okay, I can calm myself down from that. So I'm like, okay, I see it happen. I notice, me getting riled up. And I'm like, okay, it's from the, it's just visions from the accident. Take a deep breath. Focus on the road. Just talk to yourself. You're just seeing stuff. Calm down. It's not real. Just talk to myself. Because basically the same stuff that I feel like someone else would tell me, but I just know. I kind of know what's going on, or I can tell myself a step outside of my body and tell myself, calm down. It's not what that is. Just relax and push through it, and then it always works.
Do you still like football?
Yeah, I still watch football. We still that year I was going to the games and everything. That didn't really make me emotional. I was just happy to be out there. The first couple times I think but it didn't really make me emotional. It was like, wow, I used to do that or something like that. You know, just going, walking through practice or something like that. Or, you know, I haven't done that in a while, but it never really made. I never really broke down on. I never broke down on the football field or at a game or anything. It never really made me sad. I just kind of take it for what it is.
Right. So have you asked yourself, what is life supposed to be for you? Have you asked yourself, why did this happen? Do you feel like you needed an explanation for that? Or have you just accepted it? And it sounds like you've accepted it and you've moved on.
Yeah, not really. I feel like, you know, it happened for a reason. I touched so many lives just because of my story and how I navigate through life. So that's what I'm here for, to motivate people. So anything people see me doing, they always come up to me, oh, it's amazing, you know, you did this. Or people still come up to me for stuff I did, you know, playing football, or the guitar thing was amazing, or you know, I love to see, you know, that you're out still doing stuff and you didn't get sad. So anytime someone sees me really out in the real world, they come up to me. You know, I had people come up to crying to me in the grocery store because I was grocery shopping by myself and stuff like that, and they were complaining, you know, because it was hard for them to do something, and they saw me carrying groceries or something by myself. So yeah, a lot of different things I do have effects on people. So that's why, you know, that's what I feel like I'm here for, you know, to be a motivation to people. That's why I try to, on social media, I try to show them, you know, me working on different things like that. They love to see different things like that. So just me staying in the light of the community and just showing them that, you know, you don't have to let a situation or, you know, a time in your life or a rough patch in life, you know, to define who you are. You don't have to get stuck there. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be sad and mopey. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to, you know, I feel like that's my gift to the world, basically.
And I would agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's very powerful.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I take it for.
Okay. So what's next?
Now I do real estate, so I'm a developer based down here in South Florida. We develop luxury properties, so that's what we do now, buy and flip homes down here. I have a non-for-profit, Kendrick Norton's Angels Initiative. We haven't done anything in that with that for a couple months, but the last thing we did was went to the hospital and gave out different gift bags and things to kids. In the different units there, but that was during COVID, so we sent them up and had them, you know, bless the kids, and we got some different feedback from that we enjoyed, and we gave out turkeys, and we do a lot of different things in the community as well. So that's basically what I'm doing now. Okay.
Well, I have a couple of more questions. I wanted to know, what's your favorite hobby?
Traveling and fishing. My newfound hobby is traveling. Fishing is one of my long-time loves. It's something I've always done since I was a child. I would pull over on the side of the road. If I see, you know, water that looks good or something, I would pull over and fish. So I'm always fishing, so I love fishing and traveling.
Why do you like fishing so much?
It's very peaceful. It's quiet. It's something, you know, I can go out there and do it myself, or take my dog and something. I just go out there and it's very peaceful. I could just watch the still water, listen to the, you know, animals, or, you know, whatever. It's just very peaceful. You get to be at yourself, and, you know, to yourself, and, you know, in your own mind, and, you know, just whatever. Just get to be out there. So.
Yeah, it's a great mindful exercise, a mindful activity. And I've seen your dog too on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You have pit bulls, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 XL bullies.
Oh, okay. One was Tyson. Did one of your dogs just pass away?
Yes, one of my dogs passed away last year around this time, around August. I believe he ate something and poisoned him or something like that. That was tough.
Dang it. That's the one I saw a lot.
Yeah, that's
Tyson.
the one you probably saw the most on Instagram.
Oh, man. Okay. But you have 2 dogs now, or just one?
Yes, I have 2 now.
Okay.
I have Bam and I have Lola.
Bam and Lola.
Yes.
I have to go on there. I don't recall seeing pictures of them recently. Are you posting regularly?
I haven't really been posting them on my page. I post them on their story. They have Lola has her own Instagram, so you can follow Lola at Lola Bear on Instagram. So
LOLA?
Yes.
Lola Bear. Mm-hmm. How many followers does she have so far?
That's a good question. I have to go check her page. I haven't been on there.
At Lola Bear.
Yeah. Okay,
we gotta follow her. So, who was your biggest inspiration to always work hard?
That's
you can name
hard.
more than one.
Really, most adults in my family, like I would say most immediate adults in my family, so my mom, my stepfather, my grandparents, um, really I saw a lot of adults work very hard in my life. I saw my stepdad, he run like 2 or 3 companies. Some days he got like 2 3 hours of sleep, from working and stuff all day, and he'll have me with him, working with him all day, and then I have to go to school or go work out or do whatever. So I always, from a young age, been taught, to work hard and provide for your family, and I always taught, the basics and stuff. So I would say, yeah, really, I would say my mom and dad, and my grandparents. But really, my grandparents worked like 40 years for. My grandmother worked on the school board for the school board. Well, she was a cafeteria lady. Mm-hmm. She worked 40 years, best employee or whatever for the whole time she was there. My grandparents worked for this. My grandfather worked for the city for like 30 or 40 years. Employee of the year. So it's that's just where I come from.
Okay. And it shows.
Yeah.
And it shows. So thank you for joining me on the couch. Thank you for taking the couch. I'm going to give you the last word. If you could advise folks who are going through a difficult time, a big loss, and not just a bodily loss, but a loss in their life, changing their career. We just come out of COVID and people experience a lot of losses. What would you tell them? How would you counsel them?
First of all, I would advise everyone else to go see someone and go talk to people. Most people cannot just, move past things and not, vocalize it to someone or, get help from someone. I know people personally that was involved with me in the accident that needed to, be, talk to people, and, they need to go that route. They had, post-traumatic things happen from the accident, so everyone can't do that. So don't be embarrassed to reach out to people if you need help with things. Don't feel like you're crazy. Don't feel like, don't feel less of yourself. If you feel like, you're going through something, you probably should talk to someone. It helps a lot. I know it'll definitely help you. So that, and also you don't have to get stuck where you are. You can persevere through anything. You can choose your own path. I know as crazy as that sounds, you can find a different way. You can really just get inside yourself, and if you want to do something, no one can stop you from doing it. So that's my final words.
Whew, that's some brain love, man. I love those last final words. Let's say brain love together.
Brain love. You gonna count down or something?
No, okay.
All right, brain love on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brain love.